from KYW News Radio 1039 FM.
Drexel's president issued a statement saying university police and public safety are monitoring the demonstration to make sure it's peaceful and non-disruptive to normal operations. Still ahead, New Jersey lawmakers go after vape shops that sell to minors. More on that after traffic and weather on the 2s. We have Billy Dawson now in the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Thanks. Good afternoon, Melanie. We've got some serious volume on the Schuylkill Expressway right now. If you're heading out there, if you're considering taking the westbound expressway from South Philly, you have a wait in front of you. Heavy volume, stop and go, bumper to bumper, whichever of those cliches works for you. From Pasco to the Vine, just heavy stuff right now. On the Vine Expressway, a big slowdown all of a sudden westbound, getting off of 95. From 8th Street over to Broad, looks like we may have an accident right around the Ben Franklin Parkway. We'll continue to sort it out a little bit. In Poco, still got that heavy volume. Yeah, I'll say moderate to heavy. Maybe it's eased up a little bit, still slow a bit. 95 southbound from 420 Wanamaker to the Blue Route. The Blue Route northbound from 95, still stop and go from McDade past Bullens up in through Swarthmore. Hang in there, it's moving just not as fast as we generally like. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement 24-hour traffic center, a lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. I'm Billy Dawson.
Your 5-day forecast now. Here's AccuWeather meteorologist John Feerick.
Pretty nice afternoon across the Delaware Valley. Temperatures up into the 70s with some sunshine. We are going to see the clouds fill back in as we head through the night tonight. But a fairly comfortable night. We're down into the mid-50s. There could be a little bit of fog out there tomorrow morning. And clouds even to some sunshine. Tomorrow another pretty nice afternoon. We're up to 76 and mostly clear tomorrow night down to 55. Start to warm up as we head through the middle of the week. The ridge of high pressure builds along the East Coast. Tuesday we're up to 82 with sunshine. Humidity comes up a smidge. And then it's going to feel like summer on Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine, warm and humid. We're up to 85. Very warm and sticky on Thursday. We probably start out dry. It looks like we'll see a couple of showers and thunderstorms move through with our next cold front. By Thursday, 86. I'm weather meteorologist John Feerick.
We have some clouds, some sunshine though too. 76 degrees. We're headed down to 55 tonight.
Violence in the Middle East. Ongoing coverage of the Israel-Hamas war on KYW News Radio.
An Israeli airstrike has killed 27 people in central Gaza, mostly women and children, and fighting is raging across the north. A second Israeli War Cabinet Minister, Benny Gantz, is publicly questioning the leadership of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Gantz says Netanyahu's policies are taking Israel to the abyss and is threatening to resign unless the Prime Minister comes up with a plan by June 8th for the post-war Gaza. This widening rift in Israel's coalition government comes as President Biden's National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan traveled today from Saudi Arabia to Israel to meet with Netanyahu. We get more from correspondent Dan Johnson in Jerusalem.
Benjamin Netanyahu looking resolute. He's unwavering in his determination, his priorities, but he is facing growing criticism and more open challenges from people closer to him. This may not bring down the government, even if Benny Gantz leaves the coalition, but it leaves Benjamin Netanyahu increasingly isolated and potentially even more reliant on the extreme right-wing voices in Israeli politics.
Sullivan is expected to tell Netanyahu again that the U.S. will not support a major ground offensive in Rafah. A helicopter carrying Iran's president and foreign minister has made what Iranian TV is describing as a hard landing in a mountainous area where weather conditions are bad and visibility is extremely low. Correspondent Stacey Lim reports Washington is paying close attention.
In a statement, the U.S. State Department says it's closely watching the reports of the crash of the helicopter carrying the Iranian president and his foreign minister. The White House says President Biden has been briefed on the crash as well.
Rescuers are in the area where the helicopter is believed to be, and the chopper has not been sighted yet. Recent studies show about a quarter of teenagers vape, and New Jersey lawmakers are going after the retailers who sell to minors. We get details from KYW South Jersey reporter Mike Doherty.
The current penalties just aren't strong enough, according to Assemblyman Michael Venezia. He says the bill not only increases the volume of inspections at vape shops and other retailers, but also triples the fines for illegal sales.
On the first offense, from $250 to $750. Second offense, from $500 to $1,500. And the third offense, from $1,000 to $3,000.
He says more work is needed beyond the increased fines to really make a dent in the number of teens who vape. Money raised from these fines will help produce ad campaigns from the Department of Health to increase awareness about the dangers of vaping, which includes serious damage to the lungs and throat. The bill received approval from the Assembly Health Committee. No word when it'll be on the agenda for a full vote. At the South Jersey Bureau, Mike Brown, KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
AAA's vice president says it's the biggest Memorial Day travel weekend in 20 years and that it points to a very busy summer travel season. The head of petroleum analysis at GasBuddy, Patrick DeHaan, says that won't affect gas prices too much.
Gasoline demand has been pretty disappointing. Though a lot of Americans are expected to hit the road, I think with more EVs on the road and more Americans taking other forms of travel, it won't necessarily lead to record gasoline demand.
AAA says more than 40 million of us will be in our cars for Memorial Day weekend. 2 people were injured when a house exploded this morning in Chester County. It happened around 9 a.m. on Limestone Road just north of Street Road in Upper Oxford Township. People were in the home at the time. 2 people were taken to hospitals for emergency care. The cause of the explosion is still under investigation. We have major delays on the expressway in South Philadelphia. We will check in with the traffic center in just a moment.
Accurate, trustworthy, information you care about. KYW News Radio. Local news for Philadelphia.
Names. Everybody's got one. Some are easy to say, some not so much. But if you've been injured on the job, there's only one name you need to remember. Krasno, and Ojinwando. That's not right. It's Krasno, and Iwajino. I'm never going to get this right. 85 years of experience, over 300,000 cases won, more 5-star reviews than any other workers' compensation law firm in PA, and a former workers' comp judge on staff. Krasno, and Onwadinjo. Hard to pronounce.